Something that is very common in today's society is sports. Well, one sport that many people do not take in consideration is dance. Dance is a sport too. By show of hands, how many of you know about NFL dancers? You probably know they exist, but do not know how they got there or what their technical job is. I'm going to inform you about the history of NFL dancing, why is it relevant today, as much as it was back in the day, and the importance of dancers. From history's past, there is not much on dancing. We really don't have an origin. Dance doesn't really have any traces of artifacts. There's a pinpoint history for NFL dancing though. Most NFL dancing teams will refer to their dancers as cheerleaders as well. There isn't dancers and cheerleaders for most teams. Their jobs mesh together and they perform and do most of the same skills. So the history of dancers stems back to cheerleaders. In 1869, the first intercollegiate football game was played between Princeton and the Rutgers. With football being the most popular sport in the early 1900s, Yale teams start to form at Ivy League schools. In 1909, a New York Times magazine said, "Strangers who see hatless and coatless youths making amazing gestures on the lawn in front of the big pavilion need not tremble for their safety. For the arm-waving, head-bobbing young men will not be maniacs but cheerleaders." By 1924, Stanford was introducing classes for cheer and would give credit to people for Yale leader. In 1940, over 30,000 high schools and colleges have cheer teams. While men were away for World War II, women took over. A retired cheerleader named Lawrence Herkmeyer holds the first cheer camp in 1948. The first cheer camp was there, and there was roughly 50 girls and one boy. And the next year, there was over 350. 40 years later, Herkmeyer borrowed $200 to start making pom-poms himself. He initially patiented it, and it was invented in 1971. In the early 1960s, a big wave of NFL teams started introducing cheerleaders instead of just in Ivy League schools. Kansas Chiefs, the Baltimore Colts, which are now the Indianapolis Colts, and the Washington Redskins were some of the first. Many people ask the question, why do teams need cheerleaders? Well, they don't only need them to keep their game strong, but also for a good image. Most of the cheerleaders were started for the initial purpose of cheering on the team. Well, the manager of the Dallas Cowboys had the idea of promoting the team and also their public image. The first attempt was models on the field. Well, the models could not stand the heat on the field, so the manager had a new idea, and that was sideline dancers.